welcome to Team Building Exercise Season 2. Yeah, Jack, Rob, and Coach made it through all the factions, and they still came back for more. So this time, they're doing elite lists. I wouldn't want to play any elite people, but what do I know? What? Elite Plague? They came out with an elite plague list? Why? That's stupid. Oh well, I guess they have to cover them.
Welcome back to Team Building Exercise. This is the Elite Plague, the last of the elite lists here, people. We've done it. My name's Rob.
And I'm Jack.
I'm Coach.
And we're coming to the end. We're coming into the station here with the Elite Plague. Plague. I'm so excited.
You got... What's the matter, Rob? You don't like making lists no more?
I don't like Plague.
Really?
I'm anti-Plague. I think I played them once, maybe in my whole life.
Yo, that's some species...
Not today.
Right there.
That's some racing.
Dead giveaway.
Get it out of your systems now, people.
say it now, Rob. Good.
No. I'll save it to the end.
Okay.
Yes, Plague. So, Jack.
Yes.
You are notoriously a Plague player. You started off with a Plague, and now you get to have elite lists. We weren't going to do Team Building Exercise elite lists unless there was a Plague one. Luckily, they came out with one last year, so we're up for it.
Well, that was the whole contention that we were going to do it on the protest because there wasn't a Plague list. Then it came out, and Jack said we can do Season 2 because there is a Plague list, and we're doing it last.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is a democratic system, and had someone decided to bring it up first, it would have been first. We all kind of have Coach, we have a system for choosing. So,
if anybody knows, Coach just knows.
Yes.
Plague not coming up earlier we can all shoulder that blame, but we can continue. And
I got to tell you though, I disagree with Rob here. It's a democratic dictatorship, so
as it should be.
As it should be.
Well, governing bodies aside, let's get into this, shall we?
Okay.
Our listening audience wants to hear our thoughts. Wants to pick our brains. Adepticon on the way. Want to make sure that we're prepared. They're prepared. Everyone's prepared for the best and whatever the factions have to offer. So
hell yeah.
So let's get right down to it. So we're doing the elite list for the Plague, which only has Dr. Simmons as of right now. So I chose her, obviously.
What the hell is this? Wait a minute. Wait. All right, let me paint the scene for you. Georgie's walking in. He's got 2 leashes and 2 more beasts in front of him. All right? He's got a big hat, like a pimp hat. And, oh my God, there's 2 Hulks. Hi, ladies, how are you? How you doing? Georgie, what's going on here?
Well, now that I have an elite list, you guys are under me, and you puny humans, you are under me, and you will do everything I say. I have Hulks, I have more beasts, and I am ready to give you things to do.
And apparently it's happening during the French Revolution, by the sounds of it.
No, hail to the chief. It's an American thing. Come on. Stop it. So, Georgie, what the hell's going on with you, man?
Well, and now that I have an elite list, I am very proud. I am picking up a lot of Hulks. I am very happy.
Now
he's pulling Hulks left and right.
Yeah, what about those grubby hobgoblins? They're terrible.
Yeah, you could say whatever you want about the hobgoblins. They are my friends, and they do not stink. Well, I mean, they stink, but they're not horrible.
I was going to say, they obviously stink, but...
Now, you want to introduce your 2 friends here? Who are these lovely ladies here?
Well, this is Rolanda.
Hello, Rolanda. How are you?
And this one's... Actually, I didn't ask her name.
Oh.
You dog.
So, yeah.
I think Rolanda has something to say to you.
What? Hey, don't talk back to me.
Oh, dude, he put some powder on his hands. He was gonna
He's
hit her.
hand strong.
Yeah. What the hell, Georgie? I don't know if I like the new Georgie.
Yeah, well, it's been
Don't worry. It's the elite list, okay?
All right, yeah, because nobody's gonna play it, just the regular list anyway.
Hey, people are gonna play it.
You think
Well,
that's
it's not allowed in the tournament though, Georgie. How do you feel about that?
What?
No elite lists. No, you can't play it in the tournament at a
No,
Adepticon.
you don't get it. You don't get it. It's too powerful. The rules committee made it too powerful, too strong. You don't even want to go against it.
Makes sense.
You see someone taking that list, you should just quit the tournament.
maybe I'll take the Georgie list.
Listen, it is too powerful for mere mortals. Okay? You do not understand how powerful it is.
But
Except Jack. Jack is the only one that'll be able to play it.
I for one welcome my Georgie overlord.
Good.
okay. So Georgie, anything else?
Oh, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take these lovely Hulks back,
What do you guys got planned tonight?
I can't say.
Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, what do I know? Come on, ladies. Let us leave.
Hey, oh! The Morbies are leaving all little like D batteries on the floor here.
You can handle it.
I guess. All right.
Oh.
Things have changed here.
Yeah, how the tables have turned.
Excelsior! Who interrupted me? I'm trying to leave, and you're interrupting me.
Oh, easy. He's putting powder on his hands.
It was Tyler.
Tyler.
Don't get him started, Jack. What's wrong with you?
Jack, come on. You know I can't stand Tyler.
Can Tyler take your list?
No. He can't even look at it.
Okay.
He takes one glimpse at it. Oh, my God.
Well, he saves on 9s, so you would just die instantly.
Exactly. All right, I'm leaving. Excelsior!
And there he goes. Well, I guess the theme music's on the way in, not on the way out.
Yeah,
That's all right.
There's been a dynamic shift in the dynamics there. The once meek Georgie, who was crying about tomatoes, has now blossomed into some sort of banana republic dictator.
He didn't. You know what's the funny part? He didn't even wait to interrupt you. It's just like you're like, all right, well, we all had to take, and then he just came in. Terrible.
Yeah, it's not the same anymore. I'm not sure. I think this is well, you have to do something about that, coach. You have to knock him back down a few pegs.
Listen, I don't know, man. 2 more beats and 2 Hulks. You know, I got to get a defender shield or something.
Rob, are you saying this might be the final season in which Georgie is featured prominently in the team building exercise
Well,
show?
it's going to become the Georgie building exercise, and it's just going to be him. I think we're all fired.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't, Jack. You guys are way too tight, man. He would never do that to you.
I'll still have a job. I could be.
That's true. It's Georgie and Jack show all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'll be his dancing monkey instead of Rob's.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
That's
I think even though Rob every week wants to get rid of him, he couldn't do that to you because, you know, it's just you sound more jovial every time. So we couldn't do it. I don't think, you know, Rob could talk all the.
You guys gotta stop with these cursings, okay? Yeah, I'm getting really tired.
He wants, but he wouldn't do it to Jack. I just couldn't see it happening.
Me neither. But anywho, maybe we should get back to the building of teams, the constructing of.
We're still doing this?
I guess we'll continue doing it until Georgie shuts off the power. So,
all right. So let me ask you something: is this the drunk show, or is the Georgie one going to be the drunk show?
If Georgie allows us to do a show about him,
that's all right. We'll be drinking some. We'll send you up some of that because Georgie's brewing some stuff. He's growing some stuff too. I don't know what it is, but maybe maybe that's the smell from the hookah.
Ooh,
there you go, Jack. Jack's coming to visit.
So, Jack, you took Simmons, I hear.
There he is.
yes, sir, I did, and And as for the elite lists, the way this works is now I pass the torch to Coach, and he gives a little rundown on Simmons, the full deets on the splats and the whole deal. So, Coach, what's Simmons rocking that makes you do a double take?
I got to tell you, Jack, I appreciate the professional throw to me. It doesn't go unnoticed, and it's not taken for granted. So I will publicly thank you for that.
Well, I thank you. Our mutual respect is palpable. I think the fans can taste it in the air.
Yes, sir. Well, Dr. Simmons, who used to suck, is actually really good right now. So she is 18 points, only 2 victory points. Now, she moves at a 2-3, which is good. So she's basically a stage 3. Now, this is where the rubber hits the road right here. Shoot of 6 and a fight of 5. Now, fight of 5 is average. Save of 3. Now, she's going to be a support character. You don't expect her to run out in front and start killing stuff. So she got a save of 3. She is tough, tactician 1, and a medic, which is awesome. So she can heal people, and it makes sense because she's like the scientist. It makes sense. All right. She has a rifle, which has got range 6, rapid fire 1, although she is modeled with a pistol. Right, which is crazy. So
the original model did have a rifle. She was field carrying a rifle and pointing with the hand. Yeah. The new model, the metal miniature, has a kind of a pistol, but
But I'll tell you what, man, this model's a lot sexier than the first one. Because remember that, like, she kept the rubber band on her wrist and she fell asleep with it, and then the hand got swollen the next day and she was pointing with it. That's what it looked like. So
a lot of the first generation of the second generation, the first iteration of the models, a lot of them had the tiny legs and the big hands. That was kind of like the aesthetic at the time.
I don't know, man. Well, I think that's why a lot of people gave Mantic crap about their models, and then when we I know a lot of times, like, I'll either be on a hangout or friends that I know, and it's like, what are you guys playing? Oh, we play a lot of Dead Zone. Well, who makes that? Mantic. Yeah, their models are kind of garbage. I remember them. They were really cheap and stuff. No. And then I have to show it to them. Like, oh, these are pretty nice. Yeah, when they first started, they weren't as good, but they really upped their game. Oh, this is not bad. And, you could see it. And this is one of those things that they did over again. It was really good. I like the model a lot. So
yeah, they made aesthetic choices in the first run, and it didn't go over well. And they have, the second run. If you put the first version versus the second version side by side, there's
no comparison.
Substantially different sizes, different proportions. It's different.
Yeah. So her splat is really good. It's called Under the Knife. Spend an Army Special Result to activate bio modifications Dr. Simmons has implanted within her troops. The non-vehicle active model gains an effect of the player's choice from the following list. So first one is the claws, gain range F AP2 weapon until the end of the round. Adrenaline Burst, gain a +1 speed until the end of the round. So it's a +1/+0. So you can only do your first move. So if you put it on, let's say, a dog or a stage 2, they can move 3, which is nice. But they can't sprint 4, which is, I think that's just so they wouldn't sprint 4. So you basically move up 3 and they could shoot or something like that. And then Grav Pods, gain the jump pack and glide until the end of the round. And Recon 4. Now, what makes this unique, because, you might say that the stage 1 has a similar thing, the mutation. But with her, what I really like is the stage 1, let's say you go, oh, man, I need this guy to have more armor. Or also it's like one of them is giving a person agile, but, you try to roll the dice and hopefully luck comes out and you get the right mutation. With her, because she is a expert in xenobiology and exonoarchaeology, she can choose which mutation to give them. And I think that's really sets her apart from all the other characters. So, and she has a recon of 4. So, I really like her. 18 points, 2 victory points, medic, 3 up save and tough. I mean, she's going to be around.
Yeah, a decent for all the elite list leaders we've had. She's not the top.
Right.
I think that's the theme of the Plague elite list. It's not going to wow anyone, but it's not the bottom either. She's solid.
Yeah, she's good. I mean, she's I think she's in the same level as Nikolovsky in the way that now Nikolovsky's more of an offensive weapon. She's more of a support character. But the Plague will need that support, with the list that we have coming. She's going to add to that. It's actually really good. I think her splat is really good. And TAC 1, she's only a TAC 1, but she's only 18 points, 2 victory points. I don't see a negative to her. I think she's pretty good.
That's good. That's good. So that's our leader in a nutshell. So for my list, I followed her up with you need some troops. So I went with 3 stage 3A, just the stock troops. They're not great. You're not going to be hitting anything if you're shooting at them, most likely. But they're bodies.
Right.
They're troop tax. And then 4 zombies.
Oh.
Zombies.
See, you have to have at least... I like to group them in 4s so that the horde ability works. They're pretty trash troops.
Yeah.
They were OP at first. They were corrected, and I think there was a vast overcorrection, and now they're pretty trash. But I like to think that people still, in their heart of hearts, would concentrate fire on what is essentially a bad choice for a target, and let my other units move up.
Right.
So that's my troops.
And also, Jack, they're 6 points apiece. They're like, it's just incredibly cheap.
Yes. I would say in a regular list you could put more. My fear was that wasting splats on zombies. I like Simmons' chaotic nature where you can choose and she can really change the dynamics of the battlefield pretty quickly.
Right.
It's really hard to do on a zombie. Their strength really is to move them all at the same time, to do attacks at the same time. To have one be able to, glide makes very little difference. Like it doesn't make very little sense, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you would. I don't think you'd waste a splat on them.
No. But so then my specialists. My first specialist is the Plague Enforcer.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You just love the model. That's why you keep choosing him.
Well, okay, we've all revealed the wonderful world of Oz by pulling back the curtain. Thank you, Rob. Yes, I love the I love the model. I always have. I like the object source lighting I did around the tank at the bottom of his gun, the thing. And I've yet in the 4 or 5 years that I've had him been able to use him once because Rob is a cruel human being. You know when Dr. Mengele would look at someone and go, "Ooh, you're savage." That's Rob when he knows that I've fielded something I love. That's all I'm saying.
They're always my first target for sure.
You got to do it in accent, Jack.
What accent do you want that's not going to get us flagged for some racist?
You are savage.
I don't even know what that is.
Me either.
Okay. So yeah, the Plague Enforcer, and plus he's chaos, kind of in a nutshell, anyways. And for me, this whole team has got to have like a unpredictability, a kind of things can go either way vibe to it. So he's perfect for that. With his experimental weapon, you have to roll to see what it does. And,
but it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be experimental weapon would explode pretty easily. Now you get that hum going, and it takes quite a bit longer to explode than it used to.
Yes.
So I think it's not as bad as it used to be.
Yes, you can get like AP versus someone who doesn't have AP and stuff like that. So it's not.
Or you get blast too. I think that happened with the one time you used him. You shot and you were going to kill my guy, but you got blast, so it didn't do any damage.
Yes.
I remember that
then he
happening.
was killed.
Yes.
And on him, I put Energy Shield 3.
What?
He's already got
Because-
armor, right?
He's a decent model. It's not just my love of the model itself, like the physical form of the. I think he's one of my favorite Plague models. Like Weapon X is pretty good, but I think he is one of my favorites. But I digress. Anyways, yeah, I like him, and I thought for survivability, he's got the armor 1 already, but I think he's going to be my main man. So Energy Shield 3. I followed that up with 2 Stage 2As, which are decent troops.
Yeah.
They're pretty. The Rampage still, there's a bit of an issue there, but I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make Rampage out to be. But I kind of like them for their survivability and their viciousness. And then I followed that up with 4 Stage 3A specialists. So I have the 2 Stage 2As, 4 Stage 3As. So I've got 6 troops, I got 7 troops. Anyways, I've got my specialists, 2 of which have the HMG, so that I can suppress some squares and really kind of control the board a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 have the grenade launchers, which are a bit more expensive.
They're worth it, though.
Than the HMG, but again, the grenade launchers have that air of chaos.
And also they have the area effect, which is always nice to control people.
So what?
Right.
So why don't you go over the stats of them? We're just for non-Plague players.
Just the stats of the
Grenade launcher.
Oh, okay. Let me see here.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah. Well, first of all, for the grenade launcher itself, the best thing is the indirect.
Right.
Hopefully, the Stage 3As are not survivable. They're not. They're not your enforcers. They're not you shoot them, they're going to die. So the indirect, and the best part is you don't have to see the other person. It changes it to a long action, but they have indirect 3, which is basically like throwing a grenade. And I don't know if people, it's kind of a controlling thing. Like the HMG I would use to suppress people, but once you hit a square and it has people in it and they are moved by the grenade, then they're prone too. So you don't even need to really do the damage that a grenade can do. You don't even need to bounce them off the walls for the additional damage from walls. But if you can knock down 4 models, especially if they're high-priced models, one, it's 18 points for the Stage 3A with the grenade launcher, and if you can knock down a square of Forge Fathers, well, you've paid the price right there. Like you can take out 4 times the amount of points worth of people. Forge Fathers have to stand up, move. It's I like them.
Also, isn't it with that grenade launcher, you don't have to roll to hit now? Isn't that how it works now?
No, it's indirect. So you have to, if you have line of sight, you do 2. If you don't have line of sight, you have to have. If you don't have line of sight, it's 2. If you do have line of sight, it's only 1 success.
Oh, it's only weapons that are like the fusion gun that you don't have to roll to hit now? Is that what it is?
Right.
Yeah. So you're still hitting on 6s, all right, Jack?
No, they're hitting on 5s.
5s? So those guys are slightly better than most, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, of the 3 dice that you have, and you know what, with the grenades, especially in this list, and what I like is, if you don't hit the square, sometimes you're hitting on something else you had intended. Sometimes, how the grenades bounce around. That's part of the fun. But yeah, they're slightly better than the stock 3As, but
yeah, it's unusual. Like almost always, the specialist is the same stats, eh? It's Plague, one of the exceptions. Huh. Well, there you go, Jack. Shooting grenades and HMGing. Anything else? Is that the whole list?
That is 200 points.
Wow.
A full 18 VPs.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The whole list is 18 VPs, which is, as a wrap-up, keeping the VPs low, even though a lot of the Army's disposable, is kind of nice. There's no real high-value targets. Like, the Plague Enforcer 3 VPs, but like, even the leader...
He's got an Energy Shield 3, though. You're not going to be killing him.
Yeah, it would take... You would need to table someone with this list before you could go, well, I got the VPs.
Yeah.
So
he's got armor 1 and save of 5, and then you have a energy shield 3.
Yeah.
How much is that energy shield 3?
Well, let's take a gander at how much I paid
Extra
for that.
12 points, I think.
I'm asking Jack because he's using Battle Scribe. I just want to see how quick he can.
Oh, sorry.
Call up the stuff.
Well, now I have to.
Rob, don't kill the bit.
You're just making Jack go through everything.
12 points. Yep.
Hey Jack, what's a Teraton do? What's that again?
They're not in this list. But before the show, we were having a little bit of banter, a little bit of bants, and everyone was saying that there's not much selection, there's not much, and I kind of disagreed because I knew I had a couple of like out of left field choices, but Coach.
No, yeah. I like this. I like this list. I mean, when we get to mine, I enjoyed doing this one. I had an idea and it worked out. I think this is actually more variety than, not as much as the Rebs, but more than the Marauders and more than the Forge Fathers.
Yeah.
It's because you get a few expensive things. We'll get to it at the end. We'll get to why we like it or when we don't like it at the end. But
sorry, Jack.
Stop going ahead.
Oh, our apologies, sir. So Rob, let's hear what you got cooked up. What stew you've made with various root vegetables and meats.
After the break, Jack.
Oh,
this show still has ads. We're out of sorts because our real show doesn't have ads. So.
Oh,
our real show.
Yeah,
why doesn't your real show have ads?
Because we have wonderful Patreons.
Oh, whore.
They're our favorite people, but don't tell everyone else. Anyways, we'll take an ad break. I'll come back to my list, and then we'll see what I think about Jack's list because mine's an answer to his list.
Oh,
it is. I would say almost nearly completely different.
I thought we'd have some nice variety.
Enough of the list already. Now on to the commercials.
Quiet down, boys. I'm trying to listen to Dead Zone, the podcast. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name is Hiroku, and I'm your friendly neighborhood Plague Lord. Why, yes, I do enjoy listening to Dead Zone, the podcast, at deadzonegame.podbean.com. Even if it is hosted by two pathetic humans destined to be part of our glorious plague. Was that gunfire? Damned enforcers are always interrupting my podcast time. Don't forget to go to deadzonegame.podbean.com for all your Dead Zone listening pleasure. Now, to destroy these damnable enforcers.
All right. We're coming back. Team building exercise, the award-winning team building exercise. Just another thing. We're going over our Plague Elite lists, and Jack just went over his awesome list. So now we are going to forge on ahead. We are going to see what the Taskmaster has. Now, the Taskmaster has been on record. We know that he's been on record of how much he hates the plague. Hates vitriol hate of the plague. So by doing a list like this, it's probably a stretch for him. But let's see what he's got. So what do you got there, Robbie?
Well, I'm remembering back to my plague list from season 1, and I believe that was the Make Your Friends Hate You list with all zombies, I believe.
Yeah, that was...
I was just remembering back, so let's see if this one adds up to that one.
You were being very brash that day. I remember it. I remember it vehemently.
I'm not the brash one.
Yes, you are.
No, he is not. Not the one whose notoriety is based solely on his brashness. When people across the pond think about him.
It's okay. I can be the empath for all of the hate and vitriol. It's okay. I can take it.
Yeah, you're the one everybody points at. That's good. Keeps the heat off us.
And Jack, I'm the nicest one out of all of us. That's the funny part.
You certainly know how to choose a fine cigar, and your choice of drinks is par excellence. So after that, I don't really give a.
No.
There you go. See, that's all that matters.
That's right.
Wait, how many times did you say?
Not in my cage.
Are you ahead or am I ahead?
I'm not keeping track.
Oh, I think it's 2 for 2. All right.
So, you guys done?
I just like to hear you type on the keyboard, so you got to edit this later, because editing a podcast is hard.
So I took Dr. Simmons.
Yes.
But I did give her something special. I gave her a smoke grenade because I had 3 points left over. Well, actually, I had 4 points left over, but I could only give her 3 points. So she does have a smoke grenade. And I'll explain why she has the smoke grenade in a second.
Because zombies can't carry items?
No.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 zombies. 10 zombies for 60 points, and that is cheap. Like, that's ridiculous.
You know what? I'm very surprised you took 10 zombies.
I would have taken more, but I needed 10 zombies because my only other thing is specialists. Well, not really. My only other thing is vehicles, and that is 3 plague striders. This is another mean list. So that's why she had to have the smoke grenade. Nobody else could carry it. Yes, so plague striders. So I have the 2 Genlings and 1 heavy burst laser variation. I didn't go for the hand-to-hand one since I had so many zombies. I thought they'd be the one doing hand-to-hand.
Hey, Rob, put a note in this. Let's get back to that one. The urban assault one. We'll go back to that.
Oh, stop using your Warpath names.
No. Well, all right, the chainsaw and heavy
flamer variant. Yes. Anyways, we will get back to it. Yep.
If we are putting little flags, little pins and things, I'm still not over the fact that the Plague Strider is a terrible variation on the Enforcer Strider. That still hurts a little bit.
It's 2 less range for its Genling, and shooting on 6s. Not the best, but they are tough, and having 3 of them on the board would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But
no, I tip my cap thusly, young Robert. That is a fine list.
I am tipping my chapeau as we speak.
Yes, I thought, and unlike Jack, I think that the Simmons using that AP on zombies, giving zombies AP too, that's pretty crazy because you can just you get into a fight, all of a sudden they're ripping through armor. Yeah, that's scary.
Now, what's the speed on a zombie?
The zombie's only 1-2 now, right? Yeah, and that speed thing too, giving it 2. Zombies can't shoot, so the only thing her giving a person +1 speed is only good for people who are going to move and shoot. If you're moving and fighting, it doesn't matter anyways, because you're going to use your sprint no matter what. So
right.
So that the only splat I would use for them. I can't give my Striders anything. Would be well, I guess if it really needed to if I had a zombie way up in the air, I'd glide them down to attack somebody, I guess. But most likely it's just going to be for the AP, which is pretty scary if you all of a sudden you get a zombie on your AP.
Range F AP2 weapon. It's not bad. You know, that's ripping through a lot of stuff, man. I mean, and they fight on 5s. Listen, for 6 points, they fight on 5s. They have tough. They're really good for 6 points.
Yeah, but they are vulnerable, which sucks. Like, I know fighting Enforcers, they just get chopped down pretty quick. I really just did it because I needed the points to get those 3 Striders in. I tried to figure out a way to get, because you have to have 9 troops, right? And there's the only way to do that is to have zombies. So that's really why I did it. So there you go. That's my list. Nice and simple. 199 points. And Jack, just to beat you, my list is only 14 VPs.
Whoa!
Wow.
Because zombies are 0, which is ridiculous, but they're only 0 VP.
Wow.
So it's all Striders and Simmons is the only VPs you can get off my list.
I'll tell you what, that might be the list I take to Adepticon.
And now, could Simmons mutate a Strider?
No, it says in Inner Splat, it says no vehicles.
Oh.
I know.
It does?
Yeah, it does. I read it earlier just to make sure. But yeah, it says any non-vehicle model.
Yeah, the non-vehicle active model gains an effect of the player's choice.
Yeah. It upset
That
me
would
too.
look dope.
Yeah.
But then again,
Give a Strider glide.
Well, that's Rob. You're in my wheelhouse. I can see a Strider King Konging up 3 to 4 levels, and then all of a sudden,
That'd be funny.
Yeah, but then you could give an adrenaline boost, move one, and then shoot. That would be pretty good
Yeah,
too.
that would be good.
If you could.
Yeah, that's probably why they did it. They realized that would be pretty tough on a Strider.
yeah, I can see why they made.
The dwarves should have a character who can do this, but with vehicles, so they can make their Iron Ancestor give them stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well, there's a new book coming out, so there might be some changes.
Excellent.
You know,
like Sprague the dwarf engineer.
Sprague.
no,
Let
Spruce.
me show you its features.
I think his name is Sprocket.
Oh,
Sprocket.
Sprocket.
So, Coach, what is your list?
All right. So what I did was obviously went with Dr. Simmons. I think I like her. She's got it going on. I like her a lot. And 18 points gives you a lot of room to do a lot of cool stuff. So what I did was I went with 4 troops with 4 stage 3As because it was either them or the zombies. So I decided to go with the 3As. And I've given 3 of them smoke grenades. So I have 3 smoke grenades, and one guy does not have it because you get nothing. And then I went to 2 3A specialists with a holosight and HMG. So I think for 22 points apiece, I know they're not great, but like Jack was saying, you suppress the cube every time. I love that. I love it. You know, even if you miss, you're still suppressing the cube.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
That's the worst that happens, yeah.
Yeah. And then what I did was I went with 2 big nasties. I went with 2 plague teratons.
Yeah. I was hoping
Because-
someone would take the Teraton.
Yeah, you know what? They're like bullet magnets. They really are. It's like, you know, everybody's gonna shoot them and stuff, but I think the smoke might mitigate that. You know, they can, you know, my 3As can move up, throw some smoke, and then they can kind of occupy that cube and move them up a little bit. And then coming in the rear with the gear, I took the Plague Strider, and you know, I really do love that damn you know, the urban assault, you know, with the flamer and the chainsaw, but it's so hard to take it. It really is. It just I don't know. It's just
how so? What do you mean?
Well, when we get to the hate, that's one of my my bugaboo.
Okay.
Oh, what did you take then? You didn't take that?
Excuse me?
You didn't take the
No,
chainsaw then?
I did not. So it was either a heavy burst laser or a Polaris. So I think for this list I would go with the Polaris because I really don't have any AP in this list other than Dr. Simmons giving maybe a Teraton another, you know, AP2 on top of what they have already. But I wouldn't fixate on that. And then it was either that or the heavy burst laser. So I went with the Polaris cannon, which is the Genling 88, but it's also called a Polaris cannon. Right, Rob?
Yep. Damn version 2.
Yeah. Damn you, version 2. Puts me at 199, boys. And
Nice.
that's the list. And it's not, you know, I like it. I mean, I would have liked to take a bunch of stage 2s, but, you know, they obviously you're not allowed to in this particular list.
Coach, I think I've understood why I keep calling it the Polaris cannon. I just looked at the lists. In the Enforcer list, the same gun is called an Equalizer.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So that's why I don't believe it's a Polaris cannon. It's called the Equalizer.
Uh-huh.
So there you go.
He's company man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, because you don't pay attention to the plague. That's the problem with you. You're a speciesist.
I'd rather the Equalizer. It's got range 12.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, you and me both, brother.
So there you go. Yeah. How many VPs? You probably got quite a bit of VPs there. Do you know?
Hey, Jack, how do you check
Yes.
the VPs on Battlescribe?
I don't know. I don't use Battlescribe.
Oh, okay. Well, if you knew that, you go to the top. It's 199, 18 VPs.
18.
Ah,
So even you're not that bad. None of these VPs are very high.
So what I had 18. Jack, what did you have?
I had 18.
18? Yeah. And I had 14.
Wow.
Yeah. Like nobody's winning. You can wipe out these armies and you're not winning by VPs.
Well, I mean, if you wipe out the army, you automatically get 20. So
Yes. In tournament play, yes.
yeah, in tournament play.
That's all you care about.
That's what I care about.
But really, the concern that we would have similar armies before recording.
Yeah.
I think that's been abolished. Because 2 Teratons, I wouldn't have thought. 1, I thought maybe would make it into the list.
Teratons are very tough.
Yeah. And 3 Striders? Come on.
Yeah. I recently took, when we were playing that 1,000-point game that we talked about on Dead Zone the podcast, Jack had one of those Plague Teratons, and it took 2 whole strike forces firing at him to kill him.
Right.
Like, they're so tough.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? The reason I like to take 2 is because 1 is going to die because you don't want to deal with it. So you're gonna keep shooting at it, right, Rob? That's what you did, right? You wanted to kill him.
Yeah. I didn't want him close to me because once he gets in close, you're dead.
Right.
And because of the way they move, you can't go on next round.
Yeah, because they sneak up on you. Yeah.
You can't rely on knowing where they're going and how they're going. You have to deal with them ASAP.
Yeah, with a move dice, you're moving at 4.
Yeah.
And through
stuff. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like I think out of any army that we've gone over, and this is just going back to regular team building, the Plague is the most, I think, versatile. Even more versatile than the Rebs, because you have almost everything. I mean, the Enforcers do a lot of things, but when you think about it, the Enforcers don't have any indirect weapons other than the Specialist, the long range observer. But other than that, they don't. And I think the Plague have a lot of stuff. And now that they have weapons teams and flamethrowers and all the new stuff that was put in with the FAQ, they are very, very unique and versatile to themselves. I enjoy playing the Plague a lot. I really do.
I think a starter army, if you're going to go, like, if you're going to start out and not want to go eccentric, Plague or Enforcers, you can't go wrong.
Right.
Yeah. It gives you the most variety, like, and you don't. I think the Rebs need a little bit more finesse. Where those 2 armies, you can play to your style pretty easily.
Exactly. You said it better than I did. That's right. You need to tinker a bit with the Rebs. You need to get work a little something. The Plague, you can kind of get on the board and you can do some damage without having to really get into the minutia.
Yeah, then there is the ability to keep going if you want to get more advanced, but you don't have to.
Well, the thing with the Plague is they're very forgiving because you can lose 8 models and still have 15 left on the table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Right.
This is the most ass-kissing hate section of this show we've ever done.
It's not the hate section yet, Jack. We have to do a commercial.
In 2 seasons, we're just here, like, just holding hands and singing Kumbaya.
Oh, we'll get to the hate.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back. We'll be back with our hour of hate.
Yeah, all right, enough already. Now on to the commercials. Oh man, that was a good roll.
Hey Georgie, what are you watching?
Oh, I'm just watching a video on Family of Gamers 777 on YouTube.
What kind of videos are on their channel?
They have hobby videos, live streams, Dead Zone and Warpath battle reports, and tons of other great stuff.
Oh cool, I have to check them out.
Remember, that's Family of Gamers 777 on YouTube, the hub for all things miniature wargaming.
So Georgie, what's your favorite video on their channel?
I love them all so much. To pick just one, what do I know?
Welcome back to Team Building Exercise. And now, our 2 minutes of hate.
Yes, 2 minutes of hate. But of course, I'm looking at lists here. And between the 3 of us, we took every single troop choice again. We're getting too good at this.
Yeah, well, there was only 2 of them, so don't.
No, I don't mean troop choice. I mean like all the things. Because 3A, you guys took. I took, and Jack and I took zombies. Jack took 2As. You guys took 3A specialists. Jack took a Plague Enforcer. Coach took 2 Plague Teratons. And then Coach and I took Striders. Like, that's it. We took every single choice on this list. We've done it.
And still came up with 3 completely different lists.
Yep. Item-wise, we didn't have much AP ammo in this, which they probably need a bit more. I didn't have any shooters, really, to take it, but...
Well, I did in the Polaris.
Yes. And we took some smoke grenades, which we know the effectiveness of smoke grenades in the energy shield. No frag grenades, but Jack took grenade launchers, so pretty much the same thing. I think we took a lot. You said you had something to say about the what do you call it, the urban assault plague strider?
Yeah, I have an issue with it just because we're doing a battle report. Hopefully, it'll be up. It might be up after this airs. We did a 3-way battle report, and when you take the plague strider, the urban assault guy, he's all right. He's 41 points, and all right. So the assault flamer is a range 2, which I don't know why the range is only a range 2 on it. It should be maybe 3 just because it's a big flamer.
Yeah, it's bigger than a regular one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's volatile. It burns. Okay, but they are shooting on 6s. Okay, and then the chainsaw is AP1. Now they do fight on a 4. Okay. So, but the thing is, getting them into combat is tough because they're only speed 1 to 2. So, what usually happens is they get shot up so bad before they can actually do anything. That's my experience with them. I don't really get them into combat because that's what you want them into combat, or you got to get them at least 3 cubes away for a range 2. It just doesn't work. And then if you try to take the Genling or the burst laser, they're still shooting on 6s. So I would take the burst laser because of way to fire 2.
Yeah.
And that helps you out. But then now you're lacking with AP. So, it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick your poison. But you could take, you take Forge Fathers and you take a bunch of AP weapons. Every one of them has AP weapons. Then you go against the Plague. There's no AP there's no armor in the army, so it doesn't matter. So, the Plague Strider is it's lackluster. It needs to be, I think, updated. And
I think a lot cheaper at very least. It should be just thrown together cheap. Maybe take an armor off it or something because it's all just bodged up.
No, I would keep the armor. It's only it's not it's armor 3. It's not.
It's the same as a
regular Strider. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have open cockpits unlike a regular Strider.
Well, not mine.
Wow. And I know, Jack, you have something to say about how good Striders shoot, once again in that 1,000-point game.
And the thing is, as it's been noted many times, most of my lists have a Strider in it. I love me a Strider. And the Plague one, for me, just doesn't have the oomph to have one on the list for the points. Coach addressed the Flamer issue. Their Flamer is the size of a regular human that has a Flamer. It's got the same range. It seems out of place. But the Plague, I can understand the driver does have a part to play in it, and the Plague 3As are notoriously trash shooters, so I can see why they don't shoot as well. But that gun doesn't have the same range. It was shocking when Rob and I went Strider to Strider, and I said, okay, in the next round, I'll move up, he'll move up, we'll be able to start shooting at each other. And he just started blasting away with his Enforcer Strider.
And then you're like, you can't do that. I was like, yeah, I got range 12. It's 12. And you're like, no, it's only range 10. I was like, mine's 12. And he's like, oh my God, they're 2 different ranges.
Thanks for telling me. And then that was an eye opener. We went down the stat line too. We stopped for the game and was like, okay, let's really compare. And there's they just don't match up. And is thematically, is there a reason for it? Yes, but
same price too. That's the thing. They're both 10 points, so it's like one weapon's a lot worse than the other weapon.
Thematically, it makes sense, but mechanically, there's a disparity there that really, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the book will fix it.
But with that being said, fielding 3 of them kind of fixes that, in that you're not relying on one of the Striders as your tank, and then you're just all in on Striders, and then
right.
Yeah, you're trying to hope to overwhelm them just by sheer numbers instead of. Well, mostly I want for my list it would be that I'd hope people to shoot the Strider so my zombies can get close, because you get 4 zombies or 2 or 3 zombies, that horde starts adding up pretty quick, and that's pretty nice, especially if you start giving them AP.
Yeah, well,
But,
hopefully they survive, though.
That's what I mean. So if you're starting to shoot, you get the Striders out and you're like, hey, shoot my Striders, and then your zombies have a chance to get up.
Right.
Because Striders have a lot less chance of getting killed. Because, yeah, once again, zombies die pretty quick if you actually start shooting at them.
Yeah.
Especially if you group them up and you start dropping some mortars or grenades on them, grenade launchers.
Vulnerable is...
Yeah.
They're not the Romero zombie, but they're not the 38 Days Later zombie. They're the worst of both combined.
But they do have tough.
Yeah. So other than that, we've covered this list pretty good, and there isn't that much hate. It is, it's, what is it missing really from the, plague swarms, I guess? It's missing plague dogs. I wish it was dogs, because I love dogs, but.
Yeah, the dogs are missing, the swarm, the aberration.
Aberration, yeah, the big guys, bursters.
Stage 2.
Murder birds.
No, stage 2s.
There's stage 2s in here? No.
Yeah, Jack took them.
In the list, we could take stage 2s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on Battlescribe, it wouldn't let me.
Yeah, you can.
Really? You sure?
Well, you got to update your Battlescribe there, mister.
No, I do.
Talking trash about Battlescribe.
I'm sorry. You could take stage 2s as specialists.
Yeah, they're not troops. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
That's the one thing about this list. Usually the troop specialists are usually troops in the elite lists, almost for everybody else. But this one they're not.
I guess the plays follow a different tune to everybody else.
Well, she just has very limited troop choices. So you got zombies or 3As. That's it. And 3As are pretty crappy, and zombies aren't. You have to take a lot of them for it to be useful. So her troop choices aren't great. That's the only thing I can say about her list, really.
I think that all ties into the campaign that's in the book. You know what I mean?
It's a whole that Nexus side is about the zombies for sure.
Right.
So.
And it's funny because in Nexus Psi, you can they put in the new models, the murder birds and bursters, and
but they're not in the list. Yeah.
Correct. Which I don't get. You know.
Yeah. I do the burster models. If you I don't care what game you play. If you like painting, if you like modeling, I really think they are dynamite models. They come with multiple limbs. You can change out the legs and the arms and I don't know. I really did fall in love with the models themselves.
Yeah, we know it moved you to a song.
Well, no. What happened was I was just singing while we weren't recording, and I'm doing air quotes right now. You know how it is, Coach.
Yes.
You've been caught while we weren't recording before, and I was just singing a little jaunty tune to myself, and then next thing you know, it's a public domain. This song.
Yep, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
So next month is the finale. It's the award-winning team building exercise, award-winning gala for awards.
Really?
So we'll have to discuss what the awards will be this year. We're going to do it slightly different than last year, I think, but not that different because it was fun last year.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can persuade Georgie to be there. He seems to be... he might be too good for us now.
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about our host might not be there, but, But then again, put him in the spotlight, give him a microphone. He might be able to...
That's true.
Encourage you.
Yeah. And then after that, it's Adepticon. Everybody's excited for that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we'll see all of you listeners there, hopefully, or a lot of you. And please do come up to us, and we'll play some games. We're going to try to take over an area that we can just set up to be playing Dead Zone or other games constantly.
It's not that we're going to try to take over. It's already done. We're doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We're not going to be persuaded to leave like last year.
There was absolutely no reason for that. The guy said, the guy goes, we're going to be setting up the trader market or whatever it was. What do they call it, Jack? Remember?
I don't know, but I thought it was post haste. I thought it was going to be like that.
Yeah.
Like there's people waiting with things in hand, going, okay.
Meanwhile, it was like 6 hours later.
No, it wasn't. It was the next day. So we were like, okay, yeah, well, we're basically done. We were packing up. And he's like, you don't understand. We're going to do the bits training here. You got to get out of here. Oh, okay, hurry up. And Jack starts helping me putting the stuff away. And I was like, when are you doing the bits trading? Oh, tomorrow night at 8:00. You kidding me, right? Like 8:00 p.m. You kidding me, right?
These
no,
people
we-
are volunteers. They're all little, what do they call them, Jack? The little commanders or whatever?
It's a little person with a little power. That's what that is.
Well, I don't want to say.
Anyways.
He was slightly socially awkward, and perhaps there were some issues. But yeah, we were asked. We obliged them without any. We were good guests at Adepticon. We didn't make any waves, no troubles. We just packed up and left, and that's.
Well, at that point. This year, there's no Mr. Nice Guy. We're taking over this place.
The thing is like, he's like, listen, you guys got to get out of here. We're doing, and we started packing up, and it was like, now, come on, now, dude, we're packing up, man. All right, enough.
Anyway, Adepticon, it's a fun place. Please come. It's fun to hang out.
Other than that, it was cool.
And yep, Jack.
You know what's the best part though? Remember when somebody was drinking that Merlot and they spilt it on like those 400 models that poor Jeff Burbage painted, and now they were just like stripped and stuff, and oh my god,
one of a kind mat that was ruined.
Yeah, the prototype mat that they were using, but they had to use it for something else. And then
I was going to say that the miniatures all exquisitely painted, all very, very nice.
Well, it is Jeff Burbage, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a showcase of high quality miniatures. But I've never seen a more elaborate, better looking Dead Zone pitch that was then partially underwater. That was submerged in beverage. That was the shocking point. That's where I got the douche chills.
Yeah, who would do such a thing?
I don't know, man. And not for nothing, we're all hanging out. Who's drinking a Merlot in a long stem glass? I mean, we're all drinking beer and scotch, and I like Merlot.
And the worst part was, after he did it, he was just like, boom, bitch.
Yeah, right? He didn't care at all. Yep, just walked away, dropped the mic.
Yeah, it was shocking. He
seemed so nice on the podcast, Coach.
I know, right? And he purple nurpled him on the way out too.
I didn't see that, but
that's a new twist to this one. It's literally, and that's like that. So yes, join us for Adepticon. It should be fun. And next week, next month, the gala. It should be a show of shows.
Last year's was a delight, so I expect the same this year.
And don't forget that on Family Gamers, we're going to be doing some hangouts.
Yes. Well, there's always Adepta Prep. That's coming up. Everybody, Family Gamers and on Dead Zone the podcast, and probably some Dead Zone TV, maybe even. We'll get some Adepta Prep kicking up.
Now, am I a guest on that, like with the Patreon guys?
We'll have to see. We'll have to see if you're around. You're a busy man. I
am a busy man, but I think that the Patreon guys would love to have, some coach time. I think that's just,
coach time.
Coach time.
Well, that's one of our stretch goals. They get you for a night.
Wow.
Ooh.
Anyway,
scandalous.
Jack is reaching into his wallet as we speak.
That's it. You can't donate to our own Patreon, Jack.
If I want coach for a night, I just put a box with held up by a stick and a string, and underneath some cigars and some
Cubans. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
That's it.
Leave a lighter.
And then we just walk about Schaumburg like we own the place.
And it'll be funny because you'll come back. He says, "Did we catch him?" As the smoke is coming out from the corner.
That's right.
Just seeping out from the bottom.
Either we caught him or the box is on fire. Anyways, this is devolving into nonsense. So let us end the show.
Jack, I'm very sad. I can't find Coach.
He'd never say that. I've been Rob.
Oh.
I've been Rob.
and I'm still Jack.
And I guess I'm Coach.
Thank you. We're done. We'll see you next month. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Go yourself.
That's Jack's line.
That's another show down the drain. Why do you people listen to this garbage? I guess if you want the list that these people made, you can go to deadzonegame.podbean.com and you can see a YouTube version of the show on the Family Gamers 777 channel. Yeah, I wouldn't do either, but then again, What do I know?